ことだった。すまなかった。この通りだ。随分いじめてしまったな、お前の大切。
最初から
ヒカ勝
俺たちのヒーローはありがとう光。
ったあーち
お互い大好きすぎて泣き合いっこ。
それは
What's the chance that's game to do this? Okay, welcome back to another video where we're in our matcha and manga series where we've been talking about shows like Dan and the summer that Hikaru died, but we're focusing on BL anime and manga. The current BL anime that we're focusing on is Tadaima Okaeri and Twilight Out of Focus. This week, today on Saturday, October 18th, we watched episode 3 and 4. Okay, starting with episode 3, sorry. Basically, this is an episode of just... So what I'm realizing out of all of this... Okay, I've said this like many a times, but let's get into episode 3. Episode 3 basically is like Sorry by Hiromu's dad. Like basically Hiromu comes, I don't want to say like a homophobic family, but whatever it is, for some reason in this show, like the alphas have something against the omegas, and Masaki is omega. Now, I'm a little confused on some of the characters. Like, I know who Yuki is. I know who Hikari is. I know who the granddaddy is. I know who most of the characters. I don't know who that side character is. Maybe it's the person who works with Hiromu. Like, that's what be confusing me sometimes. But I want to say that this episode is very cute. Like, and I think they really save it a lot by making Hikari like the star, especially like of this show. And I still stick by my statement from previous episode reviews that this show is really just an example of what it would look like for a same-sex parenting or a same-sex household, you know. And basically what happened in episode 3 is Hiromu's dad showed up while Hikari and Masaki and Yuki were out on a walk. I guess they was coming from the grocery store. They was doing something. And you know, sometimes parents, like if they're homophobic, like they be trying to like intimidate the partner, like the more weaker partner, which is the person who's not a part of the family. And that brings me back to, if you ever seen Tyler Perry's The Have-Nots, like if you know the character Jeffrey and his mom, like his mom was very homophobic and didn't approve of no one that Jeffrey decided to be with, even though most of Jeffrey partners were Caucasian. But yeah, so basically it was an episode of Hiromu's father apologizing to Masaki because basically he told him like, my son is supposed to live this specific type of life. He's going to come back home and run his company. And a lot of parents do that when they have visions for their children and how they're supposed to live their lives. And when children decide to make their own decisions and live their lives the way they want to, sometimes parents can take that on personally, or they can just not handle it well because some parents see their children as extensions of themselves and not as individuals. And I know a lot of people in my life, I mean, I guess thank goodness I would never have to deal with that. My parents will never meet my significant other, so it is what it is. Sometimes you have to make the best decision for you and your family, like Hiromu stated multiple times in this video. And I think Masaki has such a warming and forgiving heart because even after his dad tried to, even though his partner's dad tried to ruin their relationship, he still forgave him and still was saying like, oh, well, he's taking steps in the right direction. But you really have to have your discernment up. Like in real life, like you really have to have your discernment up because some people don't change and some people are not coming back into your life to say sorry. They just want to come back in and still, well, they want to come back in and take their child away from this relationship because they feel like you're the reason why they're queer, or you're the reason why they're not doing what the parent wants them to do initially. So that was episode 3, and I think them by not only solidifying Hiromu backing Masaki, but also Hikari telling his granddad like, you're not wanted here. Like, this is not what's making me happy. This is not what's making my family happy. So you need to go. I don't care if you know, granddad or whatever. But I do want to say I thank them for giving an apology of what most, well, I won't say most, but what a lot of queer people want in their existence is for 100% love from their family and rival what heterosexual people go through by having a village and raising a family, basically. Now, I thought episode 4 was so cute, but I think that in today's time, like in North America, like it's unrealistic to think like you're gonna have two kids unless like you have like a arrangement to where your partner is, they met someone who is able to bear children for them, basically. Like, y'all have an agreement. But like going against it, like doing it legally, like well, that is legally, but I'm saying like going to go adopt, like, is hell. Like, and it's very expensive. So for them to have children back to back like that was just crazy to me. But they also explain in this story, in this universe, I guess Machan Masaki was able to have children. So that's why I'm thinking, like, are all the men in this series able to get pregnant? And then what's the difference between men and women getting pregnant? Because Hiromu's father did show up to, I guess, Masaki and Hiromu's baby shower, I guess, or baby announcement. So that's what made me think, like, what's the difference in the pregnancies? And then, of course, Hikari talking about, where babies come from. And, of course, the myth of everyone talking about where babies come from. So their baby just drops out the sky. Now, I will say, like, watching this episode, I did expect to see, like, if we was going to take it there about, like, men getting pregnant or whatnot, like, I wanted to see Masaki inside the hospital, like, pushing. I don't give a damn what you was leaving to our imagination about men getting pregnant, but if you was going to introduce the idea, I wanted you to take it there. I think this was very cute, but I think it was a little confusing because trying to emulate or trying to help us understand, like, Masaki having, like, I guess, pregnancy emotions or whatnot, or just doubts about parenting a daughter, especially because it's the opposite sex. But they made it so quick that Masaki popped out that baby. He popped out that baby the same episode. And then the baby being named Hinata, Hinata meaning the sun, which I didn't even know that. I just know the name Hinata from Naruto because Naruto married Hinata and he grew up with Hinata, so that's the way I know that name. And it's really crazy that name means the sun. Yeah. So basically, like, now we're showing them as a full family having a boy and a girl, and they're adjusting. They have like a community. They have Yuki. They have all these different type of things, but it's still situations that they face that's hard. And then especially like Hinata being the Omega, which we really don't know what's the difference between the Alpha and Omegas and maybe the Betas or whatever's going on. I don't know what's going on in the Omega verse, so it's only gonna have to take for me to watch a couple more episodes to see what is really the issue around people being Omegas. Like at first, because when Hiromu's dad kept calling Masaki Masaki Omega, I thought he was just trying to say in a way like a bottom, like you was just trying to call him a bottom the whole time, or are you trying to call him a baby maker? Like I really just need to know. Do I need to Google it? After I Google this and get the definition, we about to dip on out of here. Okay, so it says, and it's a megaverse. It says a megaverse or ABO genre's designation for a submissive, nurturing type of person who can become pregnant regardless of sex. This differs from the traditional meaning of the word as the last letter of the Greek alphabet, which can also be used to signify the end or totality. Oh, I guess he was trying to maybe insult him by calling him soft, like saying he's soft, he's weaker, he's a person that can get pregnant and have children, which is still kind of crazy for you to say that. But I'm like, it always has. Well, I don't know. Look, listen, don't get me started on the masculine and feminine because that's a whole nother conversation that we have inside the LGBTQIA community between homosexual relationships about trying to do gender roles. So I guess a lot of that can just be very problematic. But I'm glad that Hiromu's father has apologized and we're here now with another child. Okay, Shamtastic Gang, I'm definitely at the end of the video. I want to see what's going to happen now with Hikari and now Hinata. Like, is Hikari going to get jealous because of the attention that Hinata's going to get now? Like, I really want to see, or is the two children going to stress Hiromu's and Masaki's relationship? Let me know what you think down in the comments and make sure to leave a yellow heart because over here we show love, okay? And let me know something else or more BL animes and mangas that's a part of the Megaverse. Shamtastic Game, nobody told you all day. I love you, okay? Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, tap notification bell, like this video, say this video, do all those things so we can share Shamtastic Game and BL anime and manga to the world. See you later.